Welcome to another Harbour Sport and Game Webcast. This webcast is designed to give coaches a tool they can take away and use. The theme for this webcast is developing team culture. The following session is called the Spy Game. The outcome of this session is coaches of all ages will have a process that will help them implement a strong and positive team culture. Set this scene with your team. You've sent an intruder, a spy, into the camp of your biggest rivals, and their only aim is to destroy that team's team culture. That's their mission, to really get inside and destroy it so no one wants to be a part of that team. Ask your team to give them some tips that that person can use in that role to make sure that when they play that team, their culture is destroyed. What can they do to destroy that team culture? Now you can run this brainstorm any way you like, either as the whole team, in smaller groups, or get the players to think individually for the first 2 or 3 minutes and then feed into the whole group. As a coach facilitating this, it is your role to get as many ideas out of your team as possible. Have some prompts up your sleeve if the ideas aren't flowing straight away. Alright team, so we've sent an intruder into the camp of our biggest rivals, and their one aim is to destroy their team culture. What things could he do or she do to make sure that that team's culture is really destroyed?
Criticise their teammates behind their backs.
Yeah, cool, so they could criticise teammates?
Turn up late every time.
Have some prompts up your sleeve if the ideas aren't flowing straight away. How could our spy affect their coach? How could our spy affect the parents? What as a player would really annoy you if they were on your team? You want to flesh out as much information as possible around any aspect of team culture that you think is important. However, it is supposed to be fun for the team too. It's a chance for their imaginations to really kick in and get creative. Once you have all the ideas you want, or you can tell the players you've got everything out, confirm with them, you all agree that if our spy does this, then our rival's team culture will be destroyed. This is a really important question as it gets the players to agree and buy in that that culture would be a really bad culture to be a part of. The spy game session then flips on its head. The second scenario is your team's biggest rivals have somehow intruded your team, and their goal is exactly the same, to destroy your team's culture. Now someone from our biggest rivals has infiltrated our camp. There's a spy in our camp. What can we do to make sure our team culture stays strong and that spy doesn't affect us?
Encourage the team.
Yeah, cool. Encourage.
And make sure that we're always listening to the coach.
Yeah. A second brainstorm was then held, again any way you like, with the aim to come up with all the behaviours you or your team can demonstrate to ensure your team culture is not destroyed. Again, prompts are really handy to have up your sleeve to keep the communication going and the ideas flowing. You can also use the previous brainstorm as a prompt. For example, you said over here that to destroy their team culture, we could criticise our teammates behind their backs. If their spy is trying to do the same to us, how can we make sure that he or she doesn't do that? Once you have everything you want from the brainstorm, you need to get the team to agree that this is how they will behave during the season to maintain a great team culture. You can do this a variety of ways, but one thing to consider is whether you want every behaviour that was listed in the second brainstorm to be part of this agreement, or whether you want to consolidate these if they are similar and have a smaller number of key things the team will focus on for the season. The beauty of this strategy is all the ideas come from the team or the athletes, so there is instant ownership of the team culture. This concept of ownership is really important because if we own something, we're less likely to break it. Thanks for taking the time to watch this Harbour Sport webcast. If you try this in your own coaching environment, I would love to hear how it went. You can contact me on the email address or phone number below.